And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Hazardous weather graphic showing still a smattering of winter weather advisories here across the northern interior. One here on the southern Dalton Highway for continued snow and blowing snow there with reduced visibilities. Also for the western Arctic coast from Point Lay on down to Point Hope, including Cape Lisburne, for the same conditions. And also for the coast of the Seward Peninsula, Wales on around down to just west of Nome and St. Lawrence Island. And those advisories are out until 9 p.m. this evening, at which time they'll either end them or kick them out longer. And for the satellite imagery here, starting off in the east, low pressure tracking up into the interior today, pushing a front across the southeast coast with gusty winds and rain into the panhandle. But that moves through this afternoon. And after picking up about an inch of rain, Sitka cleared out this afternoon with some sunshine and showers diminishing across all the southeast coast today. And showers here along the North Gulf Coast, areas of light snow here with that band across the southern interior. And then some more clouds to the north with areas of light snow associated with that as well. Out to the west here, we've got the next storm there, pushing into the western Aleutians, and clouds and wind now spreading in toward Adak. Winds gusting up to about 50 miles an hour at Shemya out there with that system, but rainfall amounts not all that impressive yet. In fact, really the main precipitation area is still back to the west in advance of that front, just on the edge of the chart there. A break here to the east of that system, and then low pressure, a couple of lows here over the interior having moved northward, especially this one here. And when that pulled inland and the higher pressure building here to the southern Gulf of Alaska over the northeast Pacific and especially and behind the frontal system here, that brought 74 mile an hour wind gusts to Middleton Island out of the southwest there. Also windy conditions up into the eastern Alaska Range or on the north side of the mountains there, or Delta Junction, for example, normally windy area up there, had a peak wind gust of 51 miles per hour today. But rainfall over the Panhandle, again about an inch at Sitka during the daytime today, ending this afternoon. And also Juneau picked up about half an inch of rain, and then rainfall amounts diminish as you head west, 2/3 of an inch falling in Yakutat, and about 1/4 of an inch at Cordova. And some clear skies today over Kodiak Island there, with snow showers across much of the interior here northward up to the Brooks Range. But all that on the light side back here to the west, so maybe an inch or two of snow falling here from the Seward Peninsula down into the southwest interior areas. And for tonight, we'll see this front drives eastward here with a pretty good jet pushing it along with frontal passage around Adak sometime after 3 or 4 in the morning, and showers and less wind behind that. Increasing winds for Adak, pretty gusty winds for Atka Island coming in. Still some snow showers around the Pribilof Islands, that leftover cold air there, extending up to this weakening low center over the Seward Peninsula, and another trough there, keeping a chance of snow showers here along much of the west coast areas to the western Brooks Range. Dry over the eastern interior, dry in the Kuskokwim Valley down into Bristol Bay with some fair amount of clearing going on here, and still a chance of snow showers due to a weak trough here, mainly eastern Kenai Peninsula, Prince William Sound, along the Alaska Range. Chance of snow showers over portions of the Copper River Basin there, but dry for the Panhandle. You see high pressure developing here over the Yukon down in toward British Columbia. And for tomorrow, high pressure dominates the central interior here with really dry conditions, light winds over much of mainland Alaska from the Arctic coast. The exception being here, the North Gulf Coast, with still a chance of some snow shower activity here spreading westward. Definitely best chance Matanuska Valley, some of that into Palmer, and then maybe down to Eagle River tomorrow morning into the afternoon hours. Actually, the way things are going, could be a chance of snow into Anchorage there, but cutting off before you get down to Kenai. Nice day for Kodiak Island, and a nice day here for the southeast coast, but a chance of some moisture over Prince of Wales Island from there eastward to maybe Ketchikan and Annette, Metlakatla, and those areas with the moisture here. That system to the south. And new low center develops along this frontal boundary out here. Actually, a couple of low centers develop here. This one bringing gale force winds and snow changing to rain into the Alaska Peninsula, back toward the eastern Aleutians, and increasing wind and snow trending toward rain for the Pribilofs with warmer temperatures. And then across the Aleutians, southern Bering Sea, widespread areas of rain and snow showers there with gusty winds. Weak trough, chance of snow for the Yukon Delta up in toward Norton Bay. And again, pretty good over interior Alaska, and that holds into Tuesday as well here. Maybe some isolated light snow showers or flurries there along the northwest coast down to maybe Buckland, Kivalina, Kotzebue, those areas, but amounts quite light there. Dry over the interior here. And a chance of snow with this low center tracking up toward the southern Kenai Peninsula. Look for another band of moisture to come up into southern Alaska. Rain and snow likely there from the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound area, cutting off at about Yakutat. And pretty unsettled out over the Bering Sea, but nothing in the way of any terribly strong winds out there. Interior looking good. Southeast coast also looking good. Maybe a chance of snow showers over toward Misty Fjords area. Lows for tonight down that way, upper 20s in the north to mid 30s down south. Falling back into the teens here for south central Alaska with the clearer skies and a little cooler temperatures into the Copper River Basin, staying mostly above zero there. Eastern interior anywhere from 5 to 15 below. Same thing for the Arctic coast, North Slope areas, single numbers out here to the west, and McGrath maybe down to -3. Falling to 5 to 10 for Bristol Bay, and right around 10 for the southwest coast. Lower 20s for the Pribilof Islands, lower 30s for the Aleutians. Highs for tomorrow, lower 30s northern Panhandle, near 40 down to the south. And teens Copper River Basin, lower to mid 20s. Cooler day tomorrow for south central Alaska, near 30 for Homer, right around freezing for Kodiak, in the 20s for Bristol Bay, and a little below zero here over the eastern interior areas to the eastern Arctic coast, and mid-teens for St. Lawrence Island, but mid-30s for the Pribilofs Monday afternoon. And then for Tuesday morning, upper 20s for the Pribilofs, and back below zero here over much of interior Alaska, again north of the mountains there. South of the Alaska Range, anywhere from 5 to 15, mid-20s Kodiak Island, 20s to lower 30s for the southeast coast, and then the highs for Tuesday afternoon forecast to be right around zero here through the central interior areas, but from, say, Chicken down to North Wyandotte, staying a little below zero there, and also for the Yukon Flats, Koyukuk Valley, on up to the Brooks Range Arctic coast, anywhere from 0 to 10 below for the highs. Upper 20s, lower 30s, Bristol Bay, upper 30s, Kodiak Island, and lower 30s for Homer. And quite a range here, upper 20s up around Haines and Skagway to near 40 for Sitka, on down toward Klawock, and upper 30s to near 40 for the Aleutians.